All right, going to the moon. Let's bring up everything we need real quick. Flight plans, Apollo 11. Apollo 11 flight plan. Apollo 11 journal. And we're on. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. Should be everything we need. Oh, as well, we'll get my notepad up with my RTCC notes from Apollo 8, as those will be coming in handy here. Okay. Everything's set up here. And we're good to go. I'm just going to run by a quick audio check real quick, see how I sound. Okay, overall it's pretty good. A little bit more on the quiet side. So let me just go ahead and boost the gain real quick. There we go. Should be good. Okay, we'll be going ahead and starting very soon. We're on our second orbit. And there's where we launched from. See if I can pull it up. Yes. Hello, Windows. Oh, the Earth landmarks have got color inverted. That's interesting. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's really hard to see with the color inversion there. I hope they go back and fix that. But here we go, Cape Florida. There's our launch site. We'll be going ahead and starting our ignition soon. We'll go ahead and turn those landmarks off as we will not be needing them. We will go ahead and actually turn the moon ones on. There we go. Just so I don't forget. All right, let's make our pass. So we've already recorded our TLI pads and everything, and I've gone ahead and saved them. We went through and generated 3 pads, our TLI pad, TLI plus 90-minute abort, which is a direct abort, undocked, and then the TLI plus 5 hours, which is the docked P-37 abort. So, yeah, everything is going good so far. We'll go ahead and start making our procedures for the translunar injection burn. We are at T plus 1 hour and 50 minutes, starting TLI. Emergency detection system on, since we will be doing booster flight. Delta V, normal. Here we've just got ourselves a null bias check. Make sure that this number doesn't change by more than 0.1. DV set, and then we'll set it to the test delta V. $1,586.8. And we'll do a little bit of a test of our thrust here, and at 0 we should get the cutoff signal. And a good read on that. The devs have graciously provided us a quick action for loading 10,000 feet per second into the counter there. So we're looking to burn 10,416.6. $10,416.6. Delta V. Let's check our gyro display coupler. Alright, no motion. Okay. We're good on that then. We'll go ahead and start the digital autopilot. So verb 48, enter. Verify 31102, 01111. All that is good. Preloaded for launch, of course, because NASP is nice. Bro. We'll toggle the Saturn DAP verb 46, enter. Verb 83, enter. And we'll go ahead and adjust our orbit rate display, which is currently set up for ball 1s. We'll go ahead and switch to ball 2. And we'll raise it to about plus 0.6. Proceed. Alright. Our next period of setup will begin at 2 hours. We'll be monitoring for time base 6 initialization at about 2 hours and 30 minutes. The predicted time base 6 is 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 37 seconds. If we get the light before or after that time, then we know my calculations were slightly off and could use some refining. We'll go ahead and we'll drift along to that 2-hour mark. Okay. Go for pyro arm. Translation control power on. Rotation direct on. Launch vehicle guidance is instrument unit. We'll close the direct ullage circuit breakers in case we need to do the manual mode where we undo the fairings by turning the handle. It manually applies direct plus X ullage and then fires the fairings for you, the SLA panels. Okay, digital event timer will set it to 51 minutes. And we'll go ahead and drift along to our next period of activities. Okay, 2 hours, 12 minutes, 13 minutes. We don't really want to go much faster than 10x while attached to the booster, because it does generate a little bit of lag issue at the moment, causing, spontaneous apps firing. So we want to be very careful with our time skipping. Just in case we do accidentally time skip past 10x, I do have PCM bitrate set to low, which will maintain at least 60 frames per second. That will not save us from the apps sort of rapidly firing and being inefficient, but it will save us from, a potential freezing. The booster's firing logic is getting a little bit reworked to try and tune down its issues with operations under time compression, but it's a low priority since really you're not attached to it for very long, and 10x on this thing is, it's tolerable considering you're only going to be attached to it for about 3 hours or so. All right, we're coming up. Let me just remind myself of what that ignition time is, or time base 6 that is, 34:37. So we'll go ahead and jump ahead. We're at 2 hours 28 minutes, coming up on 2 hours 29 minutes. 34:37. 2 hours 32. So this will be the burn to go to the moon. Ordeal to ball 1 for timing purposes. Okay, coming up on predicted time base 6, so we'll see if my calculations are correct. Time base 6 start. 1 second off, that's actually really good. Four, 3, 2, clock start. Spacecraft control, the stabilization control system. Delta pressure is less than 26. Fuel is greater than oxidizer. Good. Uplink telemetry block. On the terminal count. Welcome aboard, Artemis. I seen Rebel's video, and I keep telling him the verb 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, but he's just got to write it down, that's all. I told him in his comments again, I'm like, please write this down. And I even told him about this list of verbs down here, since it's in reentry as well, so. Who's excited for going to the moon? This is going to be, I predict, a 5-minute and 47-second burn. I didn't see your comment. It could have gotten shadow erased. I can go and check it if you want. But let's finish up TLI first, and then I can go and check it. Otherwise, you can copy and paste it here too. That's, you know, that's fine. Or send it to me on DMs. That's actually better. Okay, Mark, thrust monitoring program is in. Altitude set 200. Earth lunar sphere of influence will be lunar. Mode, hold fast. Slew F die to 15 degrees. 16 degrees. There we go. About 2 minutes left to ignition. At 2 minutes, now in 62. Current velocity 25,573 feet per second. TVC servo on. And here we'll go PCM bitrate high. Flight recorder is started. Uplink telemetry command reset. EMS to normal. He deleted it. Oh. The live stream or your comment? Ullage initiate. There she goes. I love the look of Ullage. Here we go, 1 minute to ignition. Eight degrees. Your comment, do you remember what you said? Just, you can send it to me in DMs. I'm just curious, like, definitely don't be, like, you know, too rude or anything, but... Oh my god, the seats. I always forget. I have a habit of forgetting the seats. Okay, ignition is soon. Fuel will be leading in... Mark, fuel is leading. Pitch is 4. Ignition. And our ordeal job was right on the money. We're going to add 10,400 feet per second to our delta V, making us move at over 15 miles per second. And there she goes. Alright, altitude 105.7 nautical miles. We'll expect that to stay, you know, about average for a minute or two, and then it'll start picking up. 27,226 feet per second. And our altitude is increasing now by about 10 feet per second. Eight 1,100 feet per second to go. Velocity 28,000 feet per second. Altitude 106.7 nautical miles. Altitude dot 27 feet per second. For those who are not in the know, dot stands for delta over time. It's just the rate of change over time. Hence why it's called feet per second. $7,000 feet per second to go. I predict about 3 more minutes to cut off. Mark, 3 minutes to cut off. Velocity is now 29,803 feet per second. H dot is 83.7 feet per second. Altitude 113 nautical miles. $5,400 feet per second to go. velocity 32,000 feet per second. You can see, look at that, our H dot 205.5 feet per second. Altitude 130 nautical miles. So we're really picking up. We're really picking up some speed now. As you can see, this thing is going to be trucking along very fast. Seven seconds to cut off, maybe 46 with my bad timing that time with the DET. 37. 1,300 feet per second to go. Velocity 34,400 feet per second. Altitude 158 nautical miles. 700. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shutdown. Right on time. Okay, uplink telemetry instrument unit to accept. Keying verb to freeze display. And attitude hold. Key release. Key release. TVC servo off. PCM bitrate low. EMS function, standby off. Safe for pyrotechnics. FDA I1 switch to inertial. And we will no longer be needing it, so let's power her down. Proceed. 0, 0, and we'll write that to the state vector. I'm just going to go ahead and ask if there's anything I need to do with the S4B. Verb 66, enter. Alright. And we're going to the moon. Terminate cabin purge. Direct O2 we will open. We've got the transducer this time, that's good. Expect an alarm, and 2, 1, 0. Color me impressed. Well, this will definitely do it. There she goes. I think that Apollo 13 is going to be really great, honestly. That's why I'm doing this, because I really want to experience Apollo 13 with some actually simulated systems. I think that's going to be a really great time. Okay, GDC is pretty well aligned. Let's go ahead and preload the DAP for the undocking. Verb 48. Verb 21. 11103. Enter. Pro. That's one of the things I don't like about reentry is that everything it has to be signed. Like, plus on everything. I just want I just want unsigned registers. I want octals. Yeah, of course I'm gonna stream it. Probably gonna practice it first. You know, I don't want to go into that mission being a complete noob. Um, that's, you know, gonna be uncharted territory for me, so. Oh man, we're really booking it. This is insane. All right. I'm just praying that I don't have anything to do with the S4B. I know that I have to do like MCCs and manually start time base 8, but will it auto maneuver? Please. Please tell me it'll auto maneuver. Okay, so I found where to uh go. Auxiliary computing facility. Wow, this is these menus are pretty in-depth. I'm hoping it will it will do stuff. I'm completely new to RTCC, so I found the lunar impact calculator though, so that's good. I just don't see um you know where I can do the S4B stuff. It's possibly not in RTCC. It might be in PAMFD. Yep, okay. TDNE enable uplink. Link rejected. Okay, fair enough. Time base 8 enable. Let's go ahead and make a save. I don't want to. Okay. Time base 8 is enabled. Okay. So we've got that. Transposition, docking, and extraction. Enable is still rejected. Okay, fair enough. Alright, here's to hoping. Okay, we've got the maneuver going. There's good. We did something right. I've enabled. I have enabled time base 8. I don't know if it was the right call, but it is now doing maneuver. So yay. Here we go. Oh man, this is so pretty. And look at the little weather system going on up in Canada. Oh, I should do the Apollo 8 guides. I'm sorry, but Apollo 8 is so boring. But I do need to do those guides. You're right. I should do them. Priority 1 is getting the basic tutorials redone with the improved microphone quality. And then we'll think about doing that. I also want to start my series. I've got everything. I need to get the editing started. So yeah, the cloud formations are randomly generated every time you load in. Um, which is really cool, but a little whoosh going on. Okay, we're coming up at the end of our maneuver here. Maneuver's complete. Almost complete. That's okay. Verb 60, enter. Verb 63, enter. So it's display mode 3 coming up now. Verb 16, noun 20, enter. And now we'll take register 1 and subtract 60 from that. So that's going to be 360 minus, so it'll be about, sure, let's stop maneuvering. It's almost done. Okay, so let's go 360 minus, actually it's about 361 0.5 minus 60, which is 301.5. Let's do 105.7 plus 180, 285.7, and yaws 360 minus 40.44. Oh, look at that. She is stopped completely. Okay. There you go. 360 minus... Alright, that's 361.61 minus 60. And then pitch is 105.6 plus 180. And yaw is 360 minus 40.42. Okay. Verb 49, enter. Verb 25, enter. Plus 30161, enter. Plus 28560, enter. Plus 31958, enter. Okay, extraction attitude is loaded in. Auto RCS. Be set minus 100. I also made a goof on the S4B. So whoops, but it hasn't started the lock stump yet, so. And if it does, I'll just, you know, roll back and we'll redo this. I'll probably delete the stream then in that case. Or, you know what? Nah, I'll just leave my mistake up. I'll put it in like a playlist with mistakes. Just to show people that, like, you know, the learning never stops. Even though I've been doing this for quite some time. Okay, RCS command on. Uplink telemetry command reset. Bitrate high. EMS mode normal. Sequential events control power on. Spacecraft or CMC mode to auto. Yeah, I'll throw it in a mistakes playlist. Welcome flight. We are not docking to Soyuz, we're docking to our lunar module. I know what you're thinking of, though. You're thinking of the Apollo-Soyuz test project. And I do really appreciate that actually you knew about that. That's pretty good. Welcome, welcome. Well, we haven't started any lock stumping, so... Okay, here we go.
Translation.
Houston, we've got a good separation.
There she goes. Okay, manual attitude, pitch to Excel command.
Rotation.
Pitch up at 1.5 degrees per second. And proceed. I'm just gonna set that to off. I don't want to accidentally touch anything with it. Ah, gorgeous Earth. Also, Flight Streamer, I never noticed that you actually subscribed in my stream the other day, so I just wanted to thank you for subscribing. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure for you to be here. Okay, we are aligned. Enter. Power up the high gain antenna. Slew to minus 15, 30, 45, 52, plus 270. The antenna should be cranking itself around.
Translation.
And we'll go ahead and stabilize. Really good alignment here.
Rotation.
Just a little bit on the roll there.
Translation.
And we'll start coming forward now. Yep, we separated and we're redocking to go grab the lunar module out. When we extract the lunar module, I'm wondering if there's some internal logic going to happen, since a lock stump was supposed to happen as soon as I enabled time base 8, and I kind of did that without thinking about what it did. So big mistake. We could see if, you know, we're gonna be dead from an evasive maneuver, but if that happens, then I'll just, you know, end the stream and we'll put this in a mistakes playlist. Public mistakes playlist. Otherwise, you know, we're still here, still moving along, so I'm I'm just going to make sure the apps is not firing. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so clearly there's some kind of internal logic at play here.
Rotation. Translation.
We can go ahead and close, you know, just a little bit faster.
Rotation. Translation.
RCS usage is looking pretty good. I don't like how bouncy the computer can be. I do prefer SCS, but that's not in the checklist. We set up the SCS so we could use it, but you know, it's not actually used for this mission. So we'll just have to deal with, you know, the bounciness.
Rotation. Translation.
You know, we've dealt with worse. We've done the lunar module in Apollo 9, so you have never experienced bouncy like that, so lunar module active docking has henceforth been cancelled because it sucks. Yeah, lunar module active docking is like one of those dares you do
Rotation.
to see who's the better pilot.
Translation.
Alright, what's our closing speed? A little fast. We'll thrust aft. There we go. A little more. Okay. It's really not
Rotation.
that bad, honestly.
Translation.
Like, there's always worse.
Rotation. Translation. Rotation. Translation. Rotation. Translation.
RCS usage is nominal.
Rotation.
Contact. Alright, we'll let the vibrations dampen here for a couple seconds. Retract is armed. We have hard dock. Okay, pyrotechnics safe. Safe. Logic off. Off. EDS power off. EDS circuit breakers open. Docking probe off and guarded. Docking probe circuit breakers open. ECM bit rate low. Communications Omni Bravo. Post docking rate high. Attitude deadband max. Coas power off. We can unmount the Coas, not on the checklist, but I just like a good look at the line without that thing in the way. RCS logic. TVC servos. EMS off. BMAGs to rate 2. Lunar module power off. Tunnel lights on. And we'll go ahead and get pressurized. Surge tank pressure is a little low. Emergency cabin pressure off. Lunar module delta pressure, and we'll go for the repress. All right, we got it. Okay, we'll bring her down to 4.5 psi. I'm actually going to leave this awning into monitor modes. If I ever see that tick up, then we'll know that my mistake had ramifications. I suspect there's some internal logic going on, though. Let's double check the delta pressure. Yep, so we can close the hatch. And the delta pressure should climb to about 3.1. And then it should be stabilized. It's going to stabilize a little before that. That's fine. And it should basically stop moving for, you know, a few minutes. And this is how we check that the tunnel integrity is good. Or, you know, holding pressure. So we're good there. Pressure equalization valve open. And we'll bring her back down. No dumping or anything. Good times, good times. Yeah, hopefully. There must be some kind of, like, internal logic. Cabin pressure is down to 4. We'll go ahead and start our repress oxygen flow. There is no safeguard according to them. I am probably just insanely lucky. No evasive yet. Okay, we'll go ahead and terminate. And we do fill it up until this gauge here is all the way empty. So what we're doing right now is we're just tanking the lunar module interior with its oxygen. It is actually repressurized with our own supply of oxygen. The cabin valves on the LEM have to be fixed to open for launch. Otherwise, you know, you explode like a Pringles can. Like if you take a fully pressurized Pringles can, never open, and then you bring it on a plane and you go really high, and that the can, it feels like it's fit to burst. That's essentially, you know, what would happen to the LEM. Unlike a Pringles can, however, the LEM is much, much more fragile, you know, than a Pringles can. Not really, it's more sturdy, but, like, it's more susceptible to those changes in pressure than a, you know, a Pringles can would be. Alright. We'll now wait for the pressure. I can't wait till this, you know, gets a facelift to, you know, look a little nicer, like these circular gauges here. All this LEB stuff, I can't wait till it, you know, till it gets good. Alright, we should pretty much be at the hatch opening pressure. Oh. Looks like it's doing LOX venting. Dang. Let's do time-based update. I had this source set to Columbia. That's what it was. Oh, thank God. I was incredibly lucky. I had the source set to Columbia. That is so good. That's good. It doesn't let you target the S4B until after undocking. That's why it didn't go through. So there is some internal logic. I love this sim. Okay. We can open the hatch now, so we've confirmed a good environment. We'll go ahead and start filling the repress package. And that's gonna start tanking our surge tank. Oh, welcome, James. Yeah, Flight, did you like the docking? Let me know if that was, entertaining. I know it's not, like, taking off or anything like that, but, still pretty cool. Just, the moon landing will upstage everything, don't worry. We can go ahead and resume our cabin purge. Oh, that's the battery vent. My bad. Go ahead and open her up. With 12 good docking latches, we'll attach the power umbilical, and we'll transfer the lunar module power to our own. Its power supply, that is. So basically we're just pumping charge through to the lunar module so it doesn't drain its batteries. And verify good umbilical power. We'll go ahead and install the hatch. Close the equalization valve. And turn off the lights. LEM ejection no earlier than 4 hours. You've been listening to the audio from Apollo in real time. That's good stuff, yeah. I'm gonna do it like Turi did for his Apollo 13, just obviously not, a real-time stream. Like, I'm gonna be ending and resuming and stuff. No time skipping for the explosion part, though. Obviously, there wouldn't even be any time anyways. It took you a year. Holy crud. I listened to them in my sleep. It did not take me a year to listen to all that. Alright, we'll start LEM ejection. And as soon as we're done with LEM ejection, I'm gonna have to, oh, what was I gonna say? As soon as I'm done, yeah, with LEM ejection. Is there a, yeah, this is all new. Like, is there an evasive maneuver that I need to do? Let's look at the Apollo 11 flight plan. Section 2, update forms. Any evasive maneuver that I need to do. So TLI, CSM S4B SEP. Dock. Connect everything. Okay, LEM ejection is at 4 hours, 9 minutes, 45 seconds. And there is an evasive maneuver in plane. Okay. Yeah, 17. I can't put it up on my phone, though. That's the only thing that drives me nuts. Yep, here we go. Evasive maneuver pad. So we will not be able to jettison. I will need to figure out how to nab an evasive maneuver pad. It's an in-plane maneuver. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end it here. I'm going to do a little bit of research on how to make this calculation, since it's not something I don't think I ever had to do in Apollo 8. Let's take a look. Plus 4 hours. Yeah, no, it looks like there was a predefined evasive maneuver on Apollo 8. There is not a predefined evasive maneuver on Apollo 11. It was actually calculated, so we'll have to go ahead and end it here then. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll go ahead and end it here, and I'll do some digging about how to calculate the evasive maneuver and get everything going for the undocking. I'll have about 8 minutes to figure all of that stuff out, so from this point in time. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end her here. We'll make a save, and I hope you all enjoyed the translunar injection and the undocking. Thanks for watching, and thanks for flying. Yes, thank you for flying Delta Airlines to the moon. No, I'm just kidding. See you guys around. Have a good one.